House of the People. Today's turnover of the 2026 National Expenditure Program from the Department of Budget and Management is not just a formality, it is the first step in shaping how our government will serve the Filipino people in the year ahead. Like every family, we know that every peso must have a purpose. We cannot spend what we do not have, and we must spend wisely on what matters the most. Bawat piso may pinaglalaanan, bawat gastusin dapat may pakinabang sa tao. The NEP is more than just numbers on paper. It is the government's plan to make the vision of Bagong Pilipinas real. Roads that connect communities, markets where food is affordable, schools that open doors to opportunity, hospitals that save lives, and safe, secure communities for every Filipino. A budget is not just a spending plan, it is a mirror of our priorities and a measure of our accountability to the people. And because this is the people's money, the process of crafting it must be transparent, inclusive, and worthy of public trust. That is why, beginning this year, the House will implement important reforms. First, we will remove the small committee that collated institutional amendments. Bukas ang talakayan, lahat ng amendments, alam ng mamamayan. Second, we will open the bicameral conference committee on the budget to the public and to the media. Kung pera ng taong bayan ang pinag-uusapan, dapat taong bayan din ang nakaalam. Third, we will invite civil society, people's organizations, and the private sector to join budget hearings. Ang pambansang budget ay hindi pag-aari ng mga politiko. Ito ay pera ng bawat Pilipinong nagbabayad ng buwis. Fourth, we will strengthen oversight requiring timely reports from agencies and enabling real-time tracking of major projects. Bawat pisong ginastos dapat may katumbas na serbisyong nararamdaman. And fifth, we will prioritize investments that truly change lives. Agriculture for food security, infrastructure for connectivity, and jobs, education for opportunity, health for all, and defense and disaster preparedness for national safety. These reforms are not meant to slow the process. They are meant to make it better, stronger, and more trusted. Kapag malinaw ang proseso, malinaw din ang tiwala. In the coming weeks, we will review every page of the net expenditure program guided by one question. Makakabuti ba ito sa ating mga kababayan? If yes, we will support it. If not, we will work to make it better. A budget that people can trust is a government that people can believe in. Before I close, again, I'd like to welcome with us today the Department of Budget Management Secretary Amina Pangandaman, our Senior Deputy Speaker, David Suarez, along with the other Deputy Speakers, we have Horace, our Majority Leader, Ferdinand Alexander Marcos, Minority Leader, Marcelino Libanan, Committee on Appropriations Chairperson, Micaela Swansing, Committee on Appropriations Senior Vice Chairperson, Albert Garcia, PLLO Undersecretary Adrian Bersamin, Honorable House Members and Officials, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and mabuhay ang sambayanang Pilipino.
Thank you very much, Speaker Romualdez, for your warm words of welcome. At this point, to give a message and provide us with a briefing on the National Expenditure Program for fiscal year 2026, we invite the Secretary of the Department of Budget and Management, the Honorable Amena Mina F. Pangandaman.
Thank you. Good morning. To House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, Senior Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez, Majority Leader Ferdinand Alexander Marcos, Minority Leader Marcelino Libanan, House Committee on Appropriations Chairperson Micaela Angela B. Swansing, and Senior Vice Chairperson Albert S. Garcia, SecGen Reginald Velasco, honorable members of the 20th Congress, and my colleagues in the government, of course, in the Department of Budget and Management, our media representatives, our PLLO Undersecretary Adrian Bersamin. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., it is my honor and privilege to submit to Congress the fiscal year 2026 National Expenditure Program for your review, deliberation, and approval. It amounts to 6.793 trillion pesos, or equivalent to 22% of the gross domestic product. While this is 7.4% higher than this year's 6.326 trillion national budget, the economic team carefully considered the available fiscal space and worked diligently to tighten the budget. In fact, we received a total budget proposals amounting to 10.101 trillion pesos. And only those within the available fiscal space were considered. This ensures that even as we strengthen the economy and strive to achieve the nation's full potential, we remain committed to reducing the budget deficit. Given our limited fiscal space, we carefully evaluated all submissions based on the following key criteria. First, alignment with the priorities of the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028. Second, shovel readiness, which means proposals must have complete feasibility studies and procurement plans to ensure timely implementation. We also limited new construction to focus on the completion of ongoing projects. Third, absorptive capacity of agencies to ensure they can fully utilize their budgets. Next, fiscal space to maintain sustainability. We also encourage agencies to adopt efficiency measures. We reduced non-essential maintenance and other operating expenses, including travel, training, and utilities. And lastly, those projects with the highest impact. Nais ko din pong ipaalam sa inyo na pinaghirapan po ito ng ating mahal na Pangulo, who personally sat down with each agency, not just once, but several times, asking their concerns, their needs, and planning with them how we can make our agenda for prosperity truly felt by the Filipino people. And our very hardworking officials, bureaus, services, offices at the DBM, together with all the departments and agencies of the executive branch, worked hand in hand to ensure the fulfillment and the needs and aspirations of the Filipino people. Hence, for 2026, the largest allocation will go to social services, covering education, health, and social protection, with 2.314 trillion pesos, or 34.1% of the total budget, followed by economic services with 1.868 trillion, or 27.5% of the budget. While we always met the constitutional mandate to assign the highest budgetary priority to education, I am proud to announce today that for the first time, the budget for basic and higher education has been increased monumentally to meet UNESCO's recommended education spending target of at least 4% of the country's GDP. This is because we are determined to deliver immediate action on child nutrition, address the education crisis, and support our youth so they can find jobs and, more importantly, follow their dreams. The DBM worked very hard to achieve this breakthrough child responsiveness budget target, and I hope Congress will support us in achieving the administration's goal of nurturing future-ready generations. At 1.224 trillion, or about 16.6% of the proposed budget, this also meets the requirement of the UNESCO Education 2030 framework to allocate at least 15 to 20% of the total public expenditure to education, even exceeding the global average of just 14.2%. Healthcare remains a top priority. That's why the budget for the health sector will increase by 23.6% to expand and enhance delivery of healthcare services nationwide. This includes subsidies for PhilHealth to cover the insurance premiums of indirect contributors, as well as funding for medical assistance to indigent and financially incapacitated patients. We are also increasing the budgets of the DOH hospitals in Metro Manila by 20.2% and the DOH regional hospitals by 26.1%. This also includes funding for the operational needs of the Bukas centers, bringing affordable, quality healthcare closer to every community. We continue to scale up agricultural productivity and ensure food security, with 239.2 billion allocated to the Department of Agriculture and its attached agencies. To support our farmers, we will triple the budget for our CEF and increase the budget for National Rice Program by 38%. In addition, we will establish a National Agricultural Food Hub, which will serve as a major distribution and marketing center in the country. We will also continue the Rice for All program, providing affordable rice through Kadiwa centers and local markets, benefiting over 15 million households. Of course, we will continue to ensure that the Philippines remains among the fastest growing economies in the Asia-Pacific region to achieve an upper middle income status and become a top investment destination. As such, we will continue to allocate 5 to 6% of the GDP annually for infrastructure under the Build Better More infrastructure program. We will also dedicate 87.33 billion pesos to accelerate the digital transformation of government services. Among other priorities are, we will boost income earning abilities with a 55.2 billion allocation for labor and employment. We will protect our sovereignty for territorial integrity with a 299.3 billion allocation for the Department of National Defense. For peace and order, the Department of Interior and Local Government will receive 287.5 billion, while the judiciary will get 67.9 billion to enhance the administration of justice. We're also strengthening regional development by increasing the national tax allotment of LGUs and boosting the annual Black Grant for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Finally, we will use the program convergence budgeting approach, an interagency effort to eliminate program duplication and align targets, beneficiaries, resources, and timelines across agencies, as directed by our President. We have identified 15 PCB programs that directly support the priorities of the Philippine Development Plan, including Risk Resiliency Program and Water Resources Program. New PCBs are also introduced for fiscal year 2026, including the PCB on Public Financial Management System and the Building Early Growth to Integrated Nurturing, or BEGIN program. These are just some of the highlights of our 2026 national budget. We have also prepared a video to further explain the details of the various allocations. Sana po ay pakinggan ninyo ito upang sama-sama po nating may angat ang buhay ng ating mga kababayan, kasama na ang mga susunod na henerasyon. Handa po ang DBM at ang inyong buong kabinete na ipagtanggol ang fiscal year 2026 National Expenditure Program alinsunod sa direktiba ng ating Pangulo. Alinsunod sa malinaw na plano ng administrasyon tungo sa isang bagong Pilipinas kung saan natutupad ang pangarap ng kabataan. Nagagamot ang may mga karamdaman, may tulong para sa mga nasalanta, may ani ang mga magsasaka, at may pagkain sa mesa ang bawat pamilya. At sa amin naman po sa DBM, sisiguraduhin po namin na bawat budget na ambag ng buwis at dulot ng pawis ng ating mga kababayan ay mauuwi sa kanilang kaginhawaan. We will ensure that transparency, accountability are embodied in our agenda for prosperity. Dahil sa bagong Pilipinas, mahalaga ang buhay ng bawat Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.